Notts County Talk, a very, very special episode we've got today.
Jeez!
Toby, we don't need any introduction. Honestly, when we put a little teaser up on Twitter a couple of days ago and we said we've got a player coming on, genuinely within 30 seconds, someone put, it better be Toby. People are buzzing to have you. How are you doing, first of all?
Very well, thank you, mate. How are you?
Yeah,
T-Wizzle
good.
and G-Squiz, all my brothers. Love you both.
Toby, really happy to have you on. Obviously, things going really well at the minute for Notts. What are we, 7 games unbeaten? Before we go into some sort of quick fire questions and then questions from the fans, we've had ridiculous amount of questions sent in. How are you finding things at Notts? Obviously, we're back in the Football League. Things are going well. So how are things going for you?
Oh, I bloody love it here. I want to sign a contract for the rest of my life. So if Luke Williams, if you're seeing this, can I sign forever, please? But no, honestly, I love it. Like the club, the boys, the staff, the field, like the fans. Oh, I love it. Honestly, the best time I've ever had. This season as well has been special, back in the Football League for the club. And yeah, I'm lucky to be playing minutes and stuff like that here. So what an experience.
Yeah, talk about a lifetime contract. That might be one of the questions coming up later on. But
yeah, did the chairmans watch this so I can get one?
They've been on.
They watch it.
We've had them on,
so I hope they do.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try and get them in today.
They're on last season, so they might. You don't never know. They might be subscribers to the channel.
Love that.
Right, so we're going to give you 10 questions. Some are football related, some aren't football related. Before we go into the questions from fans, just a quick one for any fans that did send them in. We've had to narrow them down. There was way too many. Would have been here for a couple of hours. So if your question didn't get chosen, rest assured we did look at all the questions. I think you're kicking us off, aren't we, George?
I'm going to kick this one off. Yeah.
Go on.
First question for you then, Toby.
Yes, Georgie boy.
What's the best thing about being a footballer?
Oh. Nice question, you. I reckon for me it's finishing by 2. So you can come home, take the kids to the park. You know what I mean? That's a blessing. Being like doing 9 till 5 is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've done it before and I love that side of it. That's probably mine.
Do you ever have do you ever have like later finishes though? Say it's not gone too well or
Yeah. Some days, like on Mondays we finish later because we get in later. So we finish at 5, but other than that, we're usually done by like 2. But it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, innit? It's bloody hard. Just let everyone know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're done by 2. I love it. It's so nice. Go Asda, have a little shop. Do you know what I mean? It's not too busy.
Love it. Second question then. What's the most used app on your phone?
Oh, YouTube. I love watching conspiracies and that on YouTube. Like the pyramid. Do you boys watch that?
Watched a few bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Mate, I get right into it. Joe Rogan talking about aliens and that. I flipping love it.
George loves a bit of that. George loves a bit of Joe
Rogan.
I
do like Joe Rogan, yeah. He's lots of good ones, yes.
You've got to be careful because you can't believe everything he says, but he's got some conspizzers in there, isn't
he?
Yeah.
Are you subscribed to the channel? Notts County Talk, Toby?
Yeah, 100%. No, I'm not. Is that bad?
It's shocking. It's shocking.
You boys been slating me though. You've been
we've never slated you. Never.
You say I'm crap and that. I'm the worst win back in the team, so I can't hear it. I'm joking. You boys give me love. I appreciate it. I was non-existent over the first half of the year last year, so nice. You're probably thinking, who's this kid?
Top player. Going on to mine then. Back to football related then. So, what's the best ground you've ever played at?
It's got to be MK Dons. That was a beauty, wasn't it?
It was
lovely. It's a shame that it's looked like no one in there, but apart from the Notts fans. But that was the best stadium, I reckon. Didn't play at Wembley, just watched from the sideline. So I'd have to say MK Dons.
Yeah, that MK Dons. I felt I was in the way, and I felt it was really hard to get an atmosphere going. Like I can imagine that stadium full, but from a Notts point of view, there wasn't anything really coming back. But yeah, I agree. Nice stadium.
How nice is it? What about you boys? What's the best stadium you've been to?
I don't know. I went to the Bernabeu in 2018 to watch Real Madrid Valencia. That was pretty good.
Ooh.
That was pretty good.
That is naughty, that.
I'm probably going to have to go dead boring and just say Wembley, you know.
Yeah. Fair enough, innit? That was an experience, wasn't it?
Oh, it was unreal.
Yeah. What was it like seeing the Notts fans on that day?
Oh, surreal. Like, because I weren't playing, so I weren't, like, fully nervous. Do you know what I mean? So I was about to take it in. I was looking around. I was like, oh, my God, if I was playing, I would be pooing it right now. Like you just see like heads and like everyone just singing. Like there's much louder in Chesterfield as well, which was good. But yeah, it was just unreal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What a gaff that is.
George was full on crying at one point.
Was you? Yeah.
I was, mate. Yeah.
When?
Yeah, it got me.
When
At the
Fozzie
end.
chipped the pen.
No, I can't watch that back. I generally can't watch that back.
You know.
No, we had
the second goal. Second goal did me.
Yeah, we had who was it? There's this young lad, maybe about 9 or 10. Goal goes in. Next thing I know, I turn around. He's the winning penalty. He's crying his eyes out. George has lifted him up. Both crying their eyes out. Don't even know each other. Like that's the emotion we got in the away end that day. Though it was that will live in the memory forever. Definitely. What's your favorite holiday destination?
Oh, mine so far. I loved Italy. A little bit boring because it's Europe, but Italy with the missus, like just this summer gone, seeing the Colosseum. Like I love history and that. Seeing the Colosseum, Venice as well. That was leng with the canals and stuff. I really like that. I'd say Venice.
Anywhere that you'd like to go that you haven't been yet?
Yeah, Asia. I want to go to Thailand, Bali, do a spiritual retreat out there where you don't talk for like a week or something. Yeah. You're just like scrubbing floors, meditating. Be unreal.
Well, and you'd be up for doing that?
Yeah, 100%. So if any boys want to come or any Notts fans, link me up in it. We'll go in the summer.
Pre-season tour next year.
Yes, in it.
Yeah, play some
teams. Spiritual retreat.
You could be on the right, I'll be on the left. George in the centre. When playing like all the
we're just meditating, hitting drums all day.
I'll go for that. So my next question then: other than wing back or full back, is there anywhere else either you think you could do a pretty good job, or you'd like to play?
Oh, flipping hell! I'm pretty bad everywhere else. I'll do a job right centre back if you need me there. Do you know what I mean? I can get in if he tries getting over the top. Pretty comfortable defensively in it. So I'd say right centre back. Middle's a bit much, but right centre back.
Did we see you there in a pre-season friendly?
Yeah. Gaffer was tinkling with me out there. Don't know if he likes me there because I haven't played since. So take it as a no. But yeah, I was playing out there for a bit.
Yeah. If needed, would you go in net though?
Yeah, definitely. Like obviously, if you put me on a team, I'll do my best there in it and have confidence there. So to be fair, I like right back. Right back, I like a lot. But we play obviously a different formation, didn't we?
Yeah.
When there was a game last season where he kept swapping you and Aaron. Do you find it any different playing on left? Like obviously it's going to be slightly different, but can you just swap over wings?
Yeah, like I feel quite comfortable on the left because like you've always got that option to cut in, haven't you?
Yeah.
And like safety one on like your right, but I actually don't mind it on the left. Like if I was to play there, I'd actually like it. Either one's cool for me.
Yeah.
Right, I'll go on to the next question. Name 3 things.
Who's better, me or Az?
It's a tricky one.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
And then George will answer that one.
Yeah, I'll answer at the end of the video. Name 3 things you couldn't live without.
Oh, is my kids one?
Okay.
My kids, my missus, and my yoga mat. I love those 3 things.
Played it safe there.
Yeah, I played it very. I have in it. I'm not actually addicted to my phone or anything like that, so it wouldn't be that. I don't play PS4 or anything, so it's probably those 3. What about you boys?
It's a tricky one. Running this probably my phone. Always got to be on it, checking what's going on with Narts, checking the rest of football. Probably my running shoes. Quite big into running, and then.
Is it?
Yeah.
What do you do? Long distance.
Well, I did a marathon back in April, Manchester.
Oh, nice, you.
Nothing great, and then it's Nottingham half marathon on Sunday. So I'm.
You doing that?
I'm having a go at that. Yeah.
Love that. Do you do training all the way up till you get to the marathon? Like you build it up 3-4 miles?
Pretty much. Yeah. Last couple of weeks, you die down a bit to give your legs a rest, but yeah.
Love that, Tomo.
And I should probably say my partner because I'm getting married in 2 months. So if I didn't say that,
I'd go on you.
And her mum watches the videos, so I can't not say that.
Shout out the mum, innit?
Yeah.
You like her?
That's an invitation, innit, Tom?
Honestly, if you want to come and DJ,
Yeah. Alright, you missed my
Brilliant.
set. Where was you boys the other week? Breaston. I was giving it some in the Bull's Head. It was unreal. Matty Palmer come, didn't he? His dog.
there's an invitation for you there.
Yeah, I'll be doing another set soon, so I'll get you boys there.
Yeah,
We can film it or something. Get the GoPro out.
Yeah.
Be litty.
Love it. Love that. Next question then. I assume you have a few, but who's your best friend in football?
Oh, George, you can't stitch me up like this on a Monday. It's tough, man. See, me and Matty Palmer, we're Derby massive, aren't we? So we're close. And obviously I've got Bozzy and Dan, who I have very deep chats with on a day-to-day. It's like I can't answer that. It's someone at Notts, but I can't say in it because it'll be uproar in the circle, and I don't want to fall out of them.
Is there anyone you still keep in contact with from like previous teams, like very, very close with, or?
Yeah, Jack Platzman I speak to. He was at Ebbsfleet with me. I'm gonna miss him, boy. Oh, actually, I tell you what, scrap all that. Joe Hood, he's my day one. Obviously, I've got my best mates here at Notts, but my day one from Peterborough is Joe Hood. So sorry, Joe, if you're watching this. He is my day one out here.
Yeah, but plenty from Notts as well.
Yeah. Everyone at Notts, I love you all, the whole team.
It does sound like, and from what the vibe we get, that it's a very, very close knit squad. Like I was seeing this on Friday night, and I tweeted about it. Maka pulls up with cramp, and then next thing you know, he's sprinting down. It feels like players would run through like brick walls to each other.
Yeah, 100%. That's come from like the gaffer building his philosophy, like the boys gelling, being with each other through last year, and like keeping that same core of people, as well as like we just get like there's no egos or anything. Everyone just like loves each other. We want the best for each other. Work very hard in training. It's like we're in the army or something. Do you know what I mean? You're like doing the runs. You're like, come on, boys, let's treat each other. So it's a lovely group. Blessed, man.
Great to hear. Maybe a bit of an easier one than what George just gave you, but a meal out or a takeaway? What do you prefer?
Meal out, definitely. Have you boys been Zap?
I have, yeah.
How good is Zap, by the way? Went there the other day with Bozzy and Dan.
Thai food, isn't it?
Yeah, serious gaff that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good food.
I'm loving that.
You've been
bicycles on the ceiling, everything like that.
I've walked past it. I've seen the bicycles on the ceilings. I've never been in.
Yeah, get yourself in there, George. Honestly, it's beautiful.
I'll have to.
Cheap as well, so I like it.
Yeah, it's good there. All right. Would you rather win the World Cup or the Champions League?
Oh, World Cup for me.
Yeah.
I'll go straight back to Nigeria, just take that trophy in it and just dance in the streets. Be going off.
I think for me, it has to be World Cup. I think.
It's got is yours World Cup?
Has to be, yeah.
Mine's
just 100%. The look of that trophy is just like ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Which one's a better bonus, do you reckon?
Champions League, I think.
Yeah, probably Champions League.
I don't know though. I'm not sure, but I think to do it with your countries, it's got.
Yeah, it's different. It's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the last one then from the quickfire that hasn't been so quickfire, but it's kind of opposite to what the first question. What's the worst thing about being a footballer?
The worst thing that like you can't drink all the time. Do you know what I mean? You can't party all the time. But then again, it's probably the best thing in it for your mental health. But I would say that like you can't go too wild like in the week. Do you know what I mean? If you have a little event, especially around Christmas, and it's going off, like you've got to be focusing on it. Yeah. So that is probably the worst thing for me.
Is it difficult to say? I don't know. You come back in a big game and like you just pumped after a win. You maybe score a last minute winner. Is it hard then? You just want to like celebrate the victory.
Yeah, definitely, you do. But like, say you got a Saturday game and you have an amazing win. You got Tuesday, so you're getting gassed in the changing rooms. You come home like you're bouncing, and then got to recover. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Before we go on to these questions then, because that sort of reminded me of something. We had a little bit of a debate on our social media the other day because we had 3 games, didn't we, in sort of 6 days? MK Dons in ridiculous 32-degree heat, then the Wolves game, and then obviously Salford on the Friday. But some people sort of saying that 3 games in 6 days is absolutely fine, no issue. Some people are saying, look, it's a lot, especially after the heat in the MK Dons game. How do you find it? Even as a footballer, is 3 games in that short space of time difficult? Not just physically, but like I imagine, I don't know, I imagine Luke Williams is on it with everything. There's so much information to take in. Like, how is 3 games in 6 days?
Do you know what? Here, I'm not just saying it, but it's calm. Like, playing 3 games in 6 days doesn't seem as tough as it does at other clubs, because the recovery, like how much hard work we put into training to get our legs like used to that load, it actually is all right doing 3 games in 6 days. Like, I didn't play all the 90 minutes, so it's difficult for me. But I know if I do Saturday, Tuesday here, you're well recovered and you're able to put in like your max. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, yeah, that's what I think. But I don't know, other people, everyone's body's different as well. Recover differently.
Yeah.
So, but it's definitely here is much easier because of how professional it is.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, a lot of people saying just how good things are behind the scenes. I think was it after the game against Salford? Dan Crowley said it's the best club he's been at. I'm thinking he's been at Arsenal, like
I know,
unreal.
Isn't it? You've been getting weighed in at Arsenal.
Like, seen pictures of him with Arsene Wenger and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
Arsene Wenger like gassing him up. He's saying this is the best, but I think he's just saying that. He's fake. No, he's not. He's genuinely being serious. Like, it is like that. Trust me. You boys must feel it as well, being fans.
Yeah,
100%. From what we've seen over recent years as well. Like, when we first started supporting Notts, it was just constant. Notts would survive in League Two by sort of 3 points one year, then 4 points the next, then 2 points. But things now seem very, very different. Like, massively positive.
Yeah,
100%.
Definitely. Unreal.
Let's get on with the questions then. So, George, I'll go with the first one, and then no, you go with the first one.
Sure? Wait, George, I've got a bone to pick with you. Have you got batteries?
Have I got batteries?
Because that clock that you've been showing in the live hasn't moved for weeks. I was just wondering if there's any batteries in there.
That's a shout, to be fair. No, I don't have batteries. I'm looking at it now. No,
I got told to say it by my in-laws. They absolutely love you both. And they always watch your thing and is like, give George a bit of stick. But
do you know what?
Shout out Gary.
You know, on Thursday when we do the live show, I'll put some batteries in it just for you on the show and your in-laws. Yeah.
And then put a little a note saying thank you, like Toby. There you go.
Yeah,
something like that.
We always get loads of comments about where George sits. I sit in the same place every show. The other week, George was sat outside his house. People comment asking if he was outside Aaron's house trying to get him to sign the contract and everything. At the start of the season, it's like a debate, George.
Keep it different.
Push it. I know everyone's wondering where Azza was. He was actually training, you know.
Really?
Did you not know
business
that?
as usual? No.
Oh yeah. He was training as normal, innit? Everyone thought he'd left.
No one knew anything.
I don't know if I should say that, but I've just said it anyway.
No, there was a picture put up, wasn't there, on socials saying.
Yeah.
So I think it was kind of released on it, but yeah, we were unaware at the time.
Yeah. What a player, by the way.
Yeah, great player. We had him on at the end of last season, I think.
Did you?
Was it just for the playoffs, George?
Yeah, well, not directly before, but it was. Yeah,
a couple of weeks.
What do you boys think of him? Is his personality better than mine?
Oh, again, that's a question for George.
It's a rough question.
I'm not weighing in on these, but I've got something to talk about from Aaron's interview in a second. So we'll do this question first. George, you want to go with Ellie's question?
Yeah. So Ellie from Twitter says, "What made you want to become a footballer?"
Tony Hibbert. Very random. Remember watching him for Everton, thinking that's a bit of me playing right back. So he inspired me, and then I remember seeing Paul Scholes do a diag, and he's got the same birthday as me. So I thought, I want to get into football. That was my 2 random ones, innit? So that's what got me into it.
No nonsense, Tony Hibbert.
Yeah, hell of a player, wasn't
he? Yeah, good player. This is the one where I'm going to bring in Aaron's interview. Not sure about this one, but Charlie's asking who's the fastest in the team. Now, I'll let you answer before I tell you what Aaron said.
Camera?
Do it.
You can go if you want.
Well, I'm injured, but I'll get a clip of me running the lounge tomorrow. Something like that.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. Who's the fight? It's got to be out of me and Az. Like, not bigging myself up. I say Az is like shorter. I'll get into it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Longer distance. But I think I did win the test last year.
Do you know what? That's exactly what he said. He said over short distance, he'd have you. Over long distance, you'd have him. But he did say he thinks you're quicker than him overall. But he said there's one player that he thinks is quicker than him in the team. Who do you think that is? He said that he said it goes you, somebody else, then Aaron.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maka?
Yeah, he went for Maka. Yeah.
Did he? Yeah. Do you know what? Maka's. I was watching him the other day against. I was like, oh my, he's rapid, but you don't really see it because he doesn't have to like beat a player and like down the line sort of thing, does he?
Yeah.
So you don't see it like that. But when he's pressing a defender, he's rapid. Also, Jody Jones has got some pace in there.
Yeah.
Some serious pace in there.
We were speaking to a Salford fan who joined our podcast the other day on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
And I went back and spoke to him on Saturday after the game. And he was saying he's never seen a side, and especially Maka, press a goalkeeper as quickly and as intensely as him. He said he's never seen it. And Maka flies at the keepers, doesn't he? Flies.
Yeah, he does, isn't it? Like, absolutely. He looks like he could hurt himself, but he is rapid. I'd seen him like run really fast, innit? Maybe he could be in there. He could be quicker than me. I have to have. Do you know what? We have to have a race at some point.
Yeah,
get it on the channel.
Yeah, get it on the channel, innit? We'll film it and we'll put it on for you. I'll tell you what. Who else has got pace in there?
Canal.
Nah, Duncan. He's like a trainee sports scientist sort of, but he is rapid. So I'm doing a sprinting the other day.
Quick.
I'll have to get him to do it. I'll get him to do a run for you as well.
Yeah, defo. I'm going to stick to this because I've been doing a bit of research. I know you said you don't play any sort of PlayStation games, computer games, anything like that. Are you aware of? It's not called FIFA anymore, is it? But you're aware of that because you'll be on it this season.
FIFA, yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be buying it this season. Now I'm on there.
Have you seen what pace they've given you?
No, I've not. You know.
What do you think out of 99? What would you give yourself?
Oh, I've got to be Quango on there. I've got to be like a 40. I reckon overall I'm like 46, and then my pace is like 70.
So your pace is 72, right?
Okay.
But I'll tell you who they've obviously not watched not. So I'll tell you who's quicker than you in the game.
Don't you dare say like.
I had a look at the stats today. I had a look at the stats because they're available now. So it's got Aaron the Man, 89 pace.
Oh.
They've got
racist.
They've got Maka at 81 pace.
Oh.
But can I give you some more who they've got quicker than you?
So please, I'll end it if they say like Aidan Stone or something.
So they've got Dan Crowley, Jody Jones, Richard Brinley, Junior Marias, Sam Austin, all quicker than you. Adam Chickson and Matty Palmer's he's quicker than you in the game.
I'm sending EA an email after this. That hurts me a little bit.
72 pace, and Mac has got Matty Palmer. So he's got 75.
Yeah. Do you know what I've got? I'm gonna film training, and we're gonna do a sprint, and we'll send it into EA.
I think so. It's not good enough.
Yeah, it isn't, is it? That slightly hurts me.
Even Jody's got 83 pace in there.
Is he? Matty Palmer as well. Fair enough, he's an absolute ball machine, but I don't mind it if my ratings are lowest. I just want my pace to be up there, innit?
Yeah, I thought it would have been. I thought it would have been.
Whose rating's the best?
As in what player? Like overall?
Yeah,
Didsy,
overall.
Oh yeah, it's Didsy. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, it's got to be. What is he like?
67, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, then Maka 66 or something like that.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
But it's just the pace, just not right, is it?
Nah.
No research put in there.
Yeah, literally no care. Oh, he just got promoted. Just slap him 72. He's a little weasel sort of thing.
Next year when we're in League One, Tobi 97 pace when they're seeing it.
I'm gonna wear like a top that says FEA under it, and then when I score, I lift it up.
I think that'll definitely get their attention. It can't not, can it?
Might get a fine, but oh well, it's worth it.
And then sprint the length of the pitch to prove it.
Yeah, exactly, innit?
I would. Right, got a Notts County Talk regular question from Jake from the channel, George.
Yeah. Who do you support?
I support Arsenal because I was born sort of near Highbury, but then it's difficult because I don't watch football like mad like that anymore. But I still am a supporter, and I follow Brighton as well because see from there as well.
Yeah, Brighton are unbelievable at the minute.
Yeah,
really
class,
really
aren't they?
Yeah.
What about you boys? If you got a Prem team that you support?
Not really. There's a few
You
teams I've got
not through like that.
sort of soft spots for, and
I love that.
Yeah, there's teams like you say Brighton this year. I'm enjoying watching Brighton this year. Not really. That's definitely
no one.
My partner's family all support Man United because my partner's Irish.
Nice.
And a lot of Irish people tend to support either Liverpool or United.
Yeah.
So they go to a game, 1 or 2 games a season, and I go up with them now and again. So I go to United game. Yeah. I wouldn't say I don't know. I don't really care if they lose type thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's nice to go.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. What do you think of like the football compared to when you watch Notts play? Like, do you prefer our sort of football or?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The only thing I'll say about the Premier League is it's so quick. Like when you go and watch a Premier League game live, when you watch it on TV, it looks quick. Yeah. But when you're there, like it's just so much quicker than sort of what you're used to, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What did we last season?
Right, it was Brighton Man U, wasn't it? Because the Dover game.
That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I'm thinking about last season. We played. Honestly, I'm still not over the loss. We played Dagenham. I don't know if you remember. We battered them. Should have had a penalty, and they scored.
Yeah.
We George had tickets through his work to Leicester Arsenal. So we watched the first 60 minutes of Leicester Arsenal, then got back in the car, drove for the 5:20 kickoff. Notts Dagenham.
Did you? Yeah.
It was quality. Like Arsenal were quality, weren't they, George?
Yeah, the fans were unreal as well. To be fair,
the pace of the game.
Their football's a joke, isn't it?
But I think the football Notts play is way above. You wouldn't expect to see it. It wouldn't look out of place for me in like Championship. It's that.
Yeah.
Good.
I know what you mean, innit? I feel like that. Like I'm so like sure on our football. You feel so strong, like when you're playing other teams, because we've been taught like what to do in what position. Everyone knows what they're doing. It's like you feel so comfortable. I don't think I've ever felt so comfortable going on the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you see some teams at this level trying to play football, and you see a bit of panic in it. There's no panic. Like we can play out from the back. Sometimes it doesn't go right, but it doesn't go right for Man City all the time. But it's so comfortable.
Yeah, it's true. And we've even got the zing as well. Like if we need to hoof it, like we can do it. Not that we do it like that, but do you know what I mean? If Stoney needs to put it in behind, or we've got runners, got Didzy who can get a flick on with big head. Do you know what I mean?
He literally, his first touch is unreal.
He is, yeah, he's class.
Unreal.
He takes
yeah, he's so good. So, question from Callum from Twitter says, "You always seem happy, but how difficult was it being sidelined for such a long time with an injury last season?"
Oh, so yeah, generally, I wake up thinking I'm blessed. Do you know what I mean? I'm going into football, get to be around mates. You're getting paid to play football. You're getting paid to do gym. So already you're like, I'm buzzing. Do you know what I mean? And then, but you know, when you get injured, I thought generally like most of the time I was happy when I was injured, when I done my ankle. But I remember when I had the op, when I was on crutches, that was the hardest time for me because I was proper immobile. I remember getting on the crutches, going outside, looking at the stars. I was pathetic. And I was like, how long is this going to be? And then you get off the crutches, you start moving again, and yeah, you're buzzing. But I'm always pretty happy. But obviously I have my low moments in it. I'm human.
Yeah.
I like to watch like emotional romantic films with the missus in it. Like I like to get deep like that. That's my like low times, you know what I mean? But yeah.
If I remember right, and I might have got this mixed up because there were a couple of injuries last season, but didn't you go over in the first half and then make it to half time?
Yeah.
Did you think something bad had happened then, or did you think you could just run it off?
Oh no, definitely. I knew something bad because like my ankle felt really unstable.
Mm.
But I wasn't sure if you go off halfway through the first half and you don't get the bonuses. So I was like, I'm going to make this to half time, make sure I get the bonus in it, because I need the P's this month. So I carried it on through to half time. And then, yeah, I just knew, because it was like all wobbly, felt horrendous.
Yeah. But I love that video that came out towards the end of the season where you were sort of in your rehab and just keeping everyone's spirits up.
Oh, yeah.
Great video. That was class.
Nice. I love the team, man.
Yeah, it was great, especially with the running we had. It's important to keep the spirits up, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, innit? And you want to be like people. Everyone's different, innit? Everyone's different, and like go through training different, and like never know what's going on at home. But I always find that football, whatever's going on at home, with the missus or kids or whatever, like football's always like a nice release, innit?
Yeah.
In whatever way that is.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
100%. Next question then, George.
Yeah, next question. Apart from the playoffs, what's been your favourite Notts moment so far?
Probably my chip in pre-season on training. Second day in, we're training 11v11. I've only gone and chipped Stoney, innit? And I've done the Alan Shearer's. I've walked off.
How long have you been there? How long had you been there at that point? How long
this was this season. Like Dan Crowley, Didsy, like all the new boys were there. Rando, and I've chipped Stoney, and I felt like the boy. I reckon like Didsy and that's thinking, what a player he is. That's up there for me, no banter. Or I like Eastleigh away. Lou the kit man always banters me about it, and the boys like, because I hardly played, and then all I did was go on about Eastleigh away because I got an assist. So I was just banging on about that all day, like the rest of the season. So that's another high moment. What about you boys?
The playoffs, obviously, big. You know what? And I think a lot of people agree with me with this. It didn't end up being the day for us, but Bostock's free kick against Wrexham.
Yeah,
the away end was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I nearly went down about 5 rows of steps. People were, it was unreal. And it was just for half time. So, sort of in football, you think, right, we've scored, we need to get back on it. We knew there was no time for them to get anything before half time. So everyone's just a massive release. And it was an unreal goal as well.
It was class, wasn't it?
But in the playoffs.
In the locker, isn't he?
Yeah, it was class.
He's got that.
In the playoffs, I don't know. I think it's hard to obviously win in the playoffs was amazing, but the Boreham Wood,
that's got to be up there. Well,
Boreham Wood for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was class, wasn't it? You forget about that because the final was so good.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. Like 3-2, Jody Jones last minute.
Yeah,
that was mad.
The equaliser for me, Baldwin's equaliser.
Yeah. That was class, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
He's also got that in the locker. He does spoon it a few times, but one will come off Aiden, so keep doing it.
Not a bad time for it to happen as well.
Yeah.
Class. Got a question from Instagram from Jay Leverton. Says, how easy has it been to adapt to life back in the EFL?
What, just in games?
Yeah, just in general, I think, because we're a promoted team and we're second in the league. And do you find the players you're playing against, can you tell there's a difference?
Yeah, you definitely can. Like, just from my experience, just coming on in the games I have and stuff, and like watching on, like they're much more structured. I feel like teams, like it's a little bit sharper in it. It's a little bit sharper, just a bit more trickier players. Think like more chances can lead to things. I feel like, and a bit more fearful. I feel like teams go not like we've battered a few teams, but they just seem a bit more fearful from the start. Sometimes, like in the conference prem, I found like teams dropped off straight away, and you can sense it. But some teams, like they go for it, and it's good. Like you can actually have a bit of a ball off with them.
Yeah.
But overall, adaptable, innit? Definitely feel like I can do my bit in there.
Yeah. 100%.
What about you boys? What do you think?
I think teams thought it was a free hit last season a lot of the time. They'll come to their lane and if they lost, I don't think they were going to get I don't think the fans would have been on their back.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was. Someone to Smed Lane. It might have been Yeovil in that 0-0 where we had like record number of fans and they just didn't do anything. They just sat there.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, George?
Well, yeah, we're second in the league. You know what I mean? We've adapted very well. It's kind of been seamless, really, other than the first game.
Yeah.
Back to it.
What were you boys thinking after the first game? Was you like, I bet you was hammering people on your thing?
Tom was.
Well, George had a ticket and then he got called into work, didn't you, like hours before?
Yeah.
So he missed the game. It took me 5.5 hours to get down there, 5 hours. Honestly,
Really?
I was shell-shocked. When Stone got sent off, realistically, 15 minutes in, you're already one down, the keeper's gone. You're not going to...
Not looking good, is it?
Not looking good. I was shell-shocked, to be honest. I couldn't really draw any conclusions from it. Like, if we'd have lost 5-1 with 11 men, and I think we still ended up with like 70% possession.
Yeah.
But he just got every shot went in. I don't know. We're quite good on this channel, I feel, George. We kind of reserve judgment for a good few games. Like, in that first game this season, you get some crazy results.
Yeah.
Crazy results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't enjoyable, though. Definitely not. Right, well, Max Roberts with the question.
Yeah. What have you improved and worked on the most? And what influence has Luke Williams had on your development?
Oh, good question. Max Roberts. I could go into it like a long one, but when I come in last year, like I was way off it just because it was like the levels were up there and I was still down there. The professionalism, like I'm still professional, but like knowing like certain things and like putting in so much hard work, like loads of things I had to adapt to. So I had a lot of one-to-one sessions with Luke. They're really good. Like if you're at the team and stuff, like the staff, all the coaching staff do like a 1v, like there's like 4 of you whoever's at the squad and they do proper like technical sessions, and like that really helped me to build like confidence and like just the movements that they want out wide, like knowing the position. I didn't know the position, like even things down to like my feet work, like getting my feet work correct and like positional stuff, like loads of things I had to work on. So I can't pinpoint one thing in it. It was like all of that combined into one just helped me loads.
Yeah.
And Luke as well, Gaffer, he's been class. Like all the boys, if you get anyone in here, they'll say how good he's been. Like the way he dissects the game and like views the game and be able to like relay it to us, like it's ridiculous, isn't it? He's class. And all the staff as well, like all the ones that you might not see in it, that you like all the coaching staff, the physio, like everyone's class. It sounds like I'm proper brown nosing them, but honestly, they are sick. Yeah, they're all just like, we do like all these clips and stuff like that, which I didn't really do before. It's so good to be able to see you play, like from like obviously the fans' perspective. But yeah, have I weirdly not answered that question?
No, I think you have.
Yeah.
Well, I was sort of chatting with George the other day, and you look at the squad we've got, and currently, football can change. We're currently second in League Two, and you look at some of the players we've got. Maka, we got him from National League North. Kedwin, we got from National League North. You know, the way we've been able to like build this team and develop it. Like Sam Austin was at Kidderminster, and they've comfortably stepped into League Two. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's players from all over, and I think there's some players that I don't really see anyone having a bad game. Like generally, everyone has developed, and you can see they're developed the more games you play.
Yeah.
Very, very positive.
See, that's the thing. Like a lot of boys, obviously, you got the ones who played higher and come down, who are class, but then you got boys who come from Conference North, like all the lower, and like they've been able to go in and like have a massive impact, play well. Like that shows. You can see how all the coaching staff are able to like mold players and get so much out of them. Do you know what I mean? They literally get all of us playing like to our top of our ability as a team as well. Like there's no like individual roles, like everything's for the team. It's sick.
Blows my mind like Friday night, Sam Austin, the assist for the second goal. He's playing left wing back and he's skipping over a challenge to put it in the box. Like, how many positions can some players play like it? I think it's unreal, to be fair.
It's ridiculous. Like, that's the thing. Sam Austin needs to stop playing so well because he's actually making me scared. Like, I've got enough competition with Az, innit? Like, he does not need to be playing so well, but he is ridiculous, isn't he?
He doesn't run out of energy either. Next question is from Roy. It says, do you have any ambitions to go into coaching after playing football?
No, I don't.
Not at all.
I don't. No, not only because for me, it's like playing football and then I want to do something completely different to football. That's my plan. But I could change. I could get to like 32 and be like, do you know what? I want to keep staying in the game. But for right now, can't see it.
No.
Do you have any idea what you want to go on to?
I want to be working at a spiritual retreat. In England, I want to be like maybe a yoga teacher.
Yeah.
Or working at a spiritual retreat, and like with mental health and stuff like that.
I can see you doing that, to be fair.
Can you? Yeah.
I could see you in football as just a motivator. Teams just hire you to go in the dressing room half time. They're like 2 down, and you just tell them, come back out, win 5-2, something like
that. Just the hype man, innit? Just like doing the work.
Freelance hype man.
Yeah. Exactly. Not even getting paid.
No, you're at the 12:30 kickoff, like, I don't know, Arsenal, Fulham, 12:30, and you're driving up north to like Birmingham for the 3 o'clock kickoff. 5:30 you're in Manchester.
And then like make a 7:45 somewhere.
Yeah.
Just like and you're just fully gassed. Every change I get into, I'm just there like an hour before, just dancing, naked or something.
Right, this next question, I think it's your question, George. But I've noticed, George, when I was putting these together, we're going national. We've got a Villa fan that's been asking these questions. Villa fan, but I think Notts fan as well. So I think so. So Maysay VFC 11. How strict is dieting as a footballer, and what's your favourite cheat meal?
Oh, mate, nice you. See, I'm someone who's very strict because I'm like into my health. Like, I love natural things like health. Like, I'm all over it. So I'm very strict. Like, me and my missus, I brought her in on it like by accident because I used to be so toxic. Like, I wouldn't even have oil with my food and that. I'm better now, innit? So like our cheat would be like a Belvita. Like, you know them Belvita bit, like, it's ridiculous, innit?
Yeah.
But I've eased up now. Because it's just, you got to enjoy your food, innit? But as a footballer, it's pretty strict. A lot of carbs, protein, like I have minimal sugary stuff. I have a very like healthy breakfast, like protein shake, eggs. But saying that, you don't have to be that strict. If do you know what I mean? You can still, because the amount we train, you can have a dessert in the evening if you wanted to. Do you know what I mean? I just choose not to. As a cheat meal, mine would have to be a cuzza. I love a curry, innit?
Yeah.
Like a curry over the road, royal spice, chicken boona. Oh, it's lovely. Peshwari naan, all of that.
Oh,
that's a bit of me. What about you boys?
That's good. Oh, that's a good one.
I'd probably agree with you. I think you ever been to Tamatanga?
Nah.
Oh,
where's that? Tamatanga?
Yeah, it's in Nottingham City Centre. It's like I think it's a chain, to be fair, but it's like an Indian restaurant, but it's unreal.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You'll have to try it. Yeah.
Didn't you get one after Doncaster away?
Yeah, because you lot was talking about Indians in the car.
Yeah. Oh, look, I don't know. Would I go Indian? I go takeaway pizza.
Takeaway? Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind a bit.
See, I love pizza and pasta and that, but like from Italy.
Yeah.
Just move my cam.
The next question, I suppose it's almost already been answered. But let's imagine you'd never made it as a footballer.
Yeah.
And it's this one, George.
Yeah. If you weren't a footballer, what would you want to be?
Oh, what would I want to be? I've probably said it 3 times. But I've only changed. I'll tell you what. Before I got into like spirituality, I was a personal trainer.
Oh yeah.
I was PTing, standard, but I was doing that. Also worked in a school for a bit, an after school club, and I did work in a warehouse. But my dreams weren't to be in a warehouse. That was just to get money in. But I would say I'd probably be like personal training in my early days.
Yeah, I could see that. See that. We've got 3 final questions then. And let's get on. William Dodds has asked and I think this would be good. Have you ever considered making a podcast?
Oh no, I might do one with my son when he can start talking though. That's a good idea.
I'd go for
Me
it.
and Reg and Toby podcast.
Yeah, Toby talk.
Yeah, just talk about like dinosaurs, things like that all day.
I think that's a gap in the market for that.
I might do one though. What player do you reckon I should get on do a podcast with?
Jim.
Yeah, Jim would be on.
Oh,
if you could get him. Not yet.
Oh, he's funny, man.
I know. We met him after the. Well, it was, when all the players went out after. We saw you there. Yeah, we saw you there.
Yeah.
Jim was there, and he was very funny.
Oh, he's class, isn't he?
Yeah, he is very funny.
Yeah, I do like Jim. We'll have to try and get him on at some point. I don't know if he would want to. Not sure.
Really?
Put a word in for us.
Yeah, I will. I'll go in tomorrow and mention it.
Yeah.
Jordan, channel regular, loves his music. He was desperate to ask what your 3 favourite songs. I bet you can't even narrow it down, can you?
I can.
Can you?
1 classic for me. 2 actually classics. Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen. Oh, banger. Whitney Houston, If You Say My Eyes Are Beautiful. That's the second one. Oh, flipping hell. And then I might go Whitney again. I Have Nothing. I like an emotional one.
Ooh, top 3.
Yeah.
I like getting emotional with the tunes, like thinking about heartbreaks and things like that. It's sick.
Yeah.
What about you boys?
Go on, George.
It's impossible for me because I go through phases. Like, I don't really have a top 3. Like, I go through phases of in different music.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even think I could make a top 3.
No. What's your favourite right now?
Right now, I'm listening to a lot of idols.
Idols?
Idols, yeah.
Who are they?
There's like a band from the UK.
Oh, nice, yeah. Is it is it rock? Is it indie?
It's like punk, but they wouldn't like to.
Oh, you into punk, yeah?
Not really. They're just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You're just on that vibe in a minute.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't go for a top 3. I don't think.
Nah.
No, I don't think I could.
Yeah.
I like a bit of Post
Tom's
Malone.
a big B.O.B. Oh. You always use the B.O.B.
Yeah, but I was about 12 back at school then.
On repeat.
Really, yeah?
On repeat,
yeah. But we I don't listen to that now. Not regularly anyway. I might have listened on the way back from Salford. It came on the playlist, but I just made out it was like just random.
Love that. By the way, are you 2 good mates before this? Like how?
Yeah.
So
I'm Tom's best man for his wedding.
Oh, nice, you. So you 2 are like boys before you made this, yeah?
Yeah.
So we met at
secondary school, wasn't
it? Yeah, George. We were in the same form at secondary school. We'd literally been there like a couple of days, and George was like, "Oh, do you fancy going and play squash?" And my mum and dad nearly didn't let me go because they didn't believe anyone wanted to play squash. So,
really?
Yeah, I'd say to mum, like, no, seriously, there's a guy that wants to play squash. And then ever since then, been good mates.
Oh, I love that.
And I started this together.
Nice story.
To follow up to sort of that last question about music, what's your favourite dance move?
The worm. Did you see me do the worm at Wembo?
No.
I don't know if I did.
I whacked out the worm at Wembley, didn't I? That comes out on a reg. Just like in the most awkward places as well. So everyone just stares at you.
Do we have a dressing room DJ?
Yeah, we do. Don't know if it's out of choice, but it's Carl Cameron.
Captain though. He gets the
he gets to say, doesn't he?
Good.
Is he good or?
Yeah, he's good. He has like a lot of like you know that tune. Them sort of tunes. And then like some like old school bit of rap here and there. Gets us pretty. I like it, to be fair.
Fair enough. Captain gets the choice. Right, our final question, Toby. And you basically said it earlier. Keats has asked, when's a lifetime contract being signed?
Yes, Keats. Send that to Gaffer right now. It will get signed tomorrow. I'll take 300 quid a week for the rest of my life and £10 start bonus. And I'm signing that. I'm signing that tomorrow. Like 40 years. Let's do it.
That's how much you enjoy it or not?
Yeah.
Really?
That much. I'm on 250 already, so 50 quid extra. Let's go.
Love it.
I'm all over it. I'll stay here for the rest of my life if I can.
Unbelievable. Love that. Absolutely.
Would you boys have me here for the rest of life?
Yeah.
Of course we would, yeah.
I'd have you up and down the wing in your 50s, 60s.
In my, yeah.
Yeah.
In my Zimmer frame.
You'd probably be quicker than some players still in your 50s. 100%. Yes. EAE would have you down at like 20 pace on FIFA, but
yeah, in it.
Still be wrong.
Disrespectful.
Yeah. There we go. That is, Toby, it's not all the questions. We had about 3-4 times that many, but that's all we have time to put to you. Massively appreciate you joining us, especially on a Monday night.
Oh, thank you, boys. Thank you for having me. I love you both. Please rate me highly in the future, even if I have a stinker. And yeah, thank you for having me on.
No, absolutely love it. Minimum of a 7 out of 10 from now on.
Yeah. Minimum, innit?
It's the baseline.
That's the baseline, innit? And just mention lifetime contract to everyone. Get it like going around the stadium, and it'll eventually get back to the chairmans, and they'll have to offer it.
Love it. That is our interview with Toby. I know a lot of people really did want him on. So we've brought you the video that a lot of people wanted. If you did enjoy the video, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with friends. And there you go. Toby endorses the video.
Gang business.
Thanks for watching. I'll be back on Thursday with an episode of the Pavis Perspective.
Love you, Notts fans.
I love you, Toby.